Hey everybody, I want to teach you how to do this type of metal tooling, whether it's at school or at home. If you have a square or your metal piece of aluminum metal, you can work with that. But let's be honest, if you run out or you need more, feel free to open up a soda can, water can, or aluminum can, and you can start working and have other materials that you can use. Some things just around the house, if you don't have the tools like we do at school, you can use other tools like maybe not the sharp part of the pencil, but maybe just push that lead in and use that type of tip. Or if you want a rounded surface, you can use the end or the back end of a pen. Or again, like pens don't have to be out, they can be in. And if you want more details or to push in different pressure points, it's interesting to see what else you can come up with and materials you have laying around. I mean, I don't even see why you wouldn't be able to even create some cool patterning with metal on metal or even the other side of it to push in. With that said, let's start with some of the simple stuff. I'm taking a pen, I have my paper, and I want to line it up on my metal. Things I want to consider. Do you see how I drew more to the right side? That bothers me. I can either cut my piece out to be a little bit more symmetrical, to be more thoughtful about the design process and the placement on my metal. I can turn my metal at a diagonal. That's your design. It's up to you how you want to place it. But once you have it in a spot that you like, I would say go ahead and tape that down so you can flip it back and forth. Things that I also have here that I should mention is I'm going to work on top of my sketchbook. Having all these extra pieces of paper is actually awesome. It allows me to push down. Did you notice that I have a rag underneath my table or underneath my sketchbook as well? It gives me an additional cushion to work with. So could you take a towel or a t-shirt or something to give you a little more cushion? Absolutely. Now when we work with this, I want to point out how I can take my pen and I can indent it, okay? So I have it taped on a side so I can flip and I can look to see how my design can go in there and can transfer into my pattern. Now for demonstration purposes, I like to go pretty quickly, and I'm gonna just tuck this tape around, and I wanna show you how it has indented in the metal. Now that means when I'm doing this, it's pushing in. If I look at this side, it's popping out. I get to use that as a part of my design concept. When do I want it to go in? When do I want it to go out? Seriously, that's something to kind of think about. When I design my sugar skull, I want my black part of my eyes to go in, and I want my white or the heart part of my eyes to pop out. So when I start playing around with that a little bit, I can actually take my paper, move it off to the side, and I can use other parts or other materials to do this with, right? So I can take my pencil here that the lead is pushed in, and I can go ahead and continue to push down. Now this part is hard for you to see, but maybe if I flip it on the other side, you can see that eye popping in. Now with this one, I can make my heart, I can transfer over in here. I can make my heart go the opposite direction, right? So we as designers can make some things go down and some things push up. So as you're doing this design concept, think about how you can play around with the metal. My thought is that you can really use different materials and kind of push in with bigger surfaces and down, but this metal, it can tear if you go too fast. So take your time with this. This can be the patient part of your project. I'm gonna get my hands out of the way. So this is what it looks like in an outline, and then now at an angle, or if you can look at it, you can see how it goes concave or goes in where the black of my design was, and it can push out or towards us with the heart part of the design. This is our goal today, is to continue to work in transferring our design into our metal while using a soft surface and a variety of different tools to make our art look more interesting. So good luck with this part of the project.